Hey, Coach, so glad you found us on YouTube. I have been coaching for 30 years, so I know how many great resources there are out there. I tried to bring them together at teachhoops.com. Let me help you become a better basketball coach. All sorts of great resources on there. And even the best part is the community, the one-on-one calls with me, office hours, you name it. You know, I've been there. You can see behind all the balls. You can see a couple of my players have played in the NBA. I am here to help. I am here to serve. So go over and check it out. Click above, down below, teachhoops.com. Enjoy the video.
Fourth, what you measure as a coach is what you tend to get. What you measure is what you tend to get. So, what's your free throw shooting percentage last year? See, I don't know. Now, I don't know who our coach is, but I'll tell you one thing, that tells me something. If you don't measure what you're doing and know your free throw percentage, how are you going to get better? You got to know your status right now to get progress from there. So you got to know that. What's the national average for colleges is 70% free throws. So our players all know that. And they know exactly what their free throw percentage is. And our goal in free throw percentage is everyone aspires to shoot 75%. Now we've got a young Polish guy that I'm working with now who is the worst free throw shooter I've ever coached. I don't know what he had for coaches in Poland, but I'll tell you, they must have been truck drivers or something. Because he started out, when we started, and I asked him that same question last year. I says, what did you shoot in your club over in Poland last year? I don't know. I think it was around 70%. Well, it couldn't have been more than 50% if he didn't know. But you got to know where you are. You got to measure it. And you got to get the best measure in order to have learning take place, status and progress. Know where you are and then know where you want to go. So what you measure is what you tend to get. And finally, as a coach and player, what you demand of your players and what you demand of yourself is what you tend to get. We had a walk-on player for us at Gonzaga University this year. Mike Hart is his name. He had a great name. H-A-R-T. What a perfect name. Because he is the greatest player with a heart that I've ever seen. He gave his heart to our team. He was selected by Sports Illustrated as the National Glue Guy Player of the Year. Glue Guy is the best team guy in the country. A walk-on player. Do you think he had high demands of himself? Oh my goodness. I'll tell you a quick story, a good coaching story, but a good play story to learn. So he's, I believe, you know, like they always say, women have a glass ceiling in some jobs in this country. Well, in playing, in college basketball, the steel ceiling is against walk-ons. Against walk-ons, because I recruit every player, scholarship player, is recruited as a scholarship player. And so I'm invested in that guy. Chris is my scholarship player. Do you think I'm going to be in favor of a walk-on beating him out? No. You know, I don't want those walk-ons to really be successful down deep. So if you're a walk-on, you got a hard time. You got a hard time beating him out. Well, he was a walk-on for us for 4 years before he broke into the regular rotation. And he still gets punched out. No, you're not good enough. This other guy's getting better. I better give him the chance. Well, so he gets into the permanent starting lineup as a walk-on. Earns a scholarship his last year eventually. So everybody knows about it now. The coaches all know about it. The fans know about it. Everybody knows that he has gone from the worst to the first. He's on the first team. So we have our next practice, and you know, like most coaches, you play your top 7 or 8, get most of the repetitions. And then the rest of the players are on what we call a scout team. They have lesser status, but a very important role. So he comes in, he plays one practice on the on this first group. And he comes in the next day and he says, Coach, I can't do it. I said, Mike, what can't you do? I can't do it. Well, Mike, what is it you can't do? I can't play up there alone. I just need a few reps to get all that I need up there, but I got to stay on the scout team because we'll be a better team by me being on the scout team. So the rest of this year, he was on the scout team and started for us with just a few reps. What a great story about what do you think is more important to him? Me or we? He thought the team had to come first. That's a great lesson for everybody, all of us as coaches. Okay, so he demanded a lot and held himself accountable for a lot. So let me just summarize what I just said. As a coach and as a player, what you teach or what you learn as a player is what you tend to get. What you emphasize is what you tend to get. What you practice is what you tend to get. What you measure is what you tend to get. And what you demand of yourself and your team is what you tend to get. So that's part of being a master teacher. That's part of teaching the game. Finally, the laws of learning that we're going to apply here now, just a little bit, is first, you've got to, as a master teacher, be able to demonstrate and explain. Demonstrate and explain.
Hey, Coach, I'm glad you enjoy that. Let me know how I can help you become a better basketball coach, win some championships like this, win some rings like that. Let me know how I can help you. Doesn't matter what level you're at. I have been there. I've experienced it. Let me help you. Teachhoops.com is one way that we can help you do that.